I'd like to introduce a tool that we're using at Biotech. It's the occipital scanner using an iPad. It's a very convenient way to do casting. Not only is it quite accurate, but it is quite efficient for reducing time and turnaround time for your patients in the delivery of their foot orthotics. We'll start by showing you the program itself. It's a very convenient program, and it's very intuitive. We'll start with a new patient, and just to demonstrate, we'll do a little test here. And you could also go in, add the patient's email, things you do have to say if it's male or female. You can preset your practitioner clinics for individual clinics, and of course different things like date of birth, weight, height, and other key information. We now will go over into the patient PDF, and we'll see here that all this information will start autofilling, which is again a great time saver. You can type in the patient history, gait evaluation, biomechanical findings, measurements, history, shoe findings. Make sure to put your shoe size in there, because there is certain information that it's looking for all the time, and it's a great way to have nice, clean information and in good handwriting in a well-organized file. Okay, now we're going to demonstrate the casting ability of the tool, and the iPad scanner is a great tool for not only casting the feet directly, but also for even casting biofilm. For example, there's an option here where you can actually take a biofilm of the patient's foot and simply use it as a shipping tool if you're across the province or across the nation or whatnot, and want easier access of shipping. We're going to use it for a scanner because it's a great scanning tool. And then essentially what we'll do is we'll get the patient's foot prepped first, and just to simply go over and we'll, as with typical range of motion, you'll find your range of motion loading the patient's foot up, and then you can use a basic tool, many little different gadgets that are on the market. If you need to load the lateral column to maintain that position that you desired casting. In this case, we're not going to actually use the tool, just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to put the foot in the position I want. The patient has the ability to hold that foot to where I want to capture it. I'm going to get a little bit better of an angle like this. Perfect. We'll grab the tool itself. We'll start the scanner. We'll find the position that is most accurate for us. Put it in a little box there. Cast. Now you start scanning around the foot, capturing the 3 dimensions model of the foot. So you have a nice little accurate scan of the patient's foot. Sometimes you may find little holes, little areas in the foot. In this case, this would be a very usable scan. You can actually see the rear foot, forefoot relationship in the product itself also, and then you basically repeat for the same aspect. And so we now have the option to create some modifications to the actual cast also, where we can create certain landmarks, where we can identify to the fabricators of areas that you'd like to design accordingly. One can also use notes to add additional specific notes regarding that cast itself, if anything that you would want to effectively add. So in this case, we're going to be done. You see now it'll go right up into that file. You can also use your existing order form or your existing assessment. So there's your original assessment that gets added to it, and we'll now proceed over into the actual order form itself. The order form, you would pick the model and the type of device that you wanted to use. If you want a simple sport orthotic, you can see everything auto-filled for you. You have your specific posting instructions you can use, shell modifications, top covers, mid layers, bottom covers, various additions that are very traditional to orthotics manufacturer. And for example, there's going to be certain things that will tell you that it automatically wants saved because, as you are aware, that there's certain things in particular that we want to have in regard to our manufacturing processes. And now, as you can see, we've finished the scan of the left foot. And another great feature of this device is you can also add pictures. So we've taken some pictures, some weight-bearing pictures, or you can take a non-weight-bearing pictures, whatever is most comfortable for you. And this is a great education tool for your patient. In particular, we can actually even modify these. So as you can see here, we can show the relationships of the different areas of the foot. We could save that. Go over to the other picture. We can also show stuff maybe like angulations of joint lines, certain problem areas of the foot. And patients do find this a very effective way of understanding the reasons and the justifications behind the orthotics we use. And now that we're ready to submit this order, we've shown the patients some of the tools that for modification or for education for them. We can submit the order directly to the lab. It's it's all preloaded. You don't have to add anything. The patient's name will come up. The data will be included in there, and we simply send. Notice previously that the little icon on the left-hand side here was previously red, and that would show that the scan has not been sent. But now that it's green, it gives you the feedback and understanding that it's sent to the lab, and everything will be manufactured into normal specifications. Another great feature of the technology is this little feature down here. It's the print feature, and so you can set this up with your printer, and you can print off these copies for your patient. And of course, you can add different files or whatnot according to what is appropriate for the patient for insurance work and for, of course, your appropriate patient files.